Sometimes the sky is heavy and gray, dark, and just when we expect it the most, a rainbow turns up, showing us that it's just an illusion, everything is alright, that we are always protected, that we'll always find our way back home, as our song says. Just be patient and know that these are times of deep inner purging. Love will embrace you whenever you want. Just close your eyes and open your heart. Welcome to this week's report. Hi there, Libra, and welcome to this week's astrological heartful forecast for the week that starts at the 29th of October and ends at the 5th of November 2018. This is your modern shaman, Maria in RainbowLand. So I'm here out in the nature. It's slowly getting darker, and I will have the fire to heat myself upon, and this beautiful nature that I will share with you, especially at the end of this video, because we will start with the Libra section. First we'll draw a tarot card, an astrology card to begin with. Then we will look deeper into the astrology of the week for the Libras and what that means. And then we will end up drawing a tarot card. So let's start with the astrology card of the week for the Libras. Astrology card of the week for the Libras. So we have in Jupiter conjunct Mercury this week in your second house. This is a very, very big thing this week. And other things going on as well. Uranus opposition to Venus. Neptune and trine to the Sun. Card of the week for the astrology section. Grand Cross Provoker. Okay, so I guess that the Grand Cross from last week... Ooh, this is really hot for my feet. Sorry, the Grand Cross from last week. You remember? Last week we had a Grand Cross between Leo, which is your 11th house, your 5th house of Aquarius, and then Uranus down there in Taurus, and the Sun in Scorpio. So this was all about, and still is, apparently clinging on this week. It's got something to do with you opening up, as I said last week, for your friends, groups of people, but also for your future, your visions of the future. Because soon enough, meaning already next week, the North Node of the Moon will go into your 10th house of career in Cancer for 1.5 years. So these visions are going to be had this week, where you have to break free of whatever it is that's holding you back in regards to your values, your resources, your self-esteem, and your money. Your money and shared money. It's all about this also this week. There's something you need to transform, and the conjunction between Jupiter and Mercury in Scorpio, this conjunction up here, Jupiter is the truth. Jupiter is showing us things how they are. It's like a grand projector where we can really see, like a detective, because he's with Mercury, where you understand things. You see, now this is how it is. Now I understand it. But it's in a Scorpio, in an emotional sign. So you, with your whole heart, at the deepest core of your soul and your being, you are going to understand something about you and your resources and your self-worth, your self-esteem. You are going to see where it is that you need to change in order for you to dissolve this Grand Cross thing that I was talking about, so that you can walk towards a future and also towards better relationships romantically, which will also free your creativity, more creative projects, your children, and if you have your own business even. So this week it's all about transforming this thing. And let's see what the tarot card has to say for the Libras this week. Tarot card of the week for the Libra. Wow. I love astrology. I love tarot cards. It's so spot on. Grand Cross. The Grand Cross between Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Phoenix rising, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. These cards are the same cards. I don't make this up. That's what I mean. These things are just so accurate, always so accurate. It's also a matter of you, of course, using your intuition to perceive this in a way where you understand it in regards to your own life. Because I always have, of course, there's so many things I could say, but we have to keep it at a level where it doesn't take too long. I make 24 reports a week. It takes me 3 days to film, cut, edit, upload. 3 days, and I'm doing it for free. Anyways, it was not about me. It's about this Grand Cross that I just talked about. You finishing a cycle where it's enough of you giving too much of yourself. Now you have to change and be this person that you came here to be. Because of course the Libras need to create a balance and harmony and order, but you also need to have your self-worth intact, and you cannot have that if you always sell yourself and always suffer your you know, what you call it in English, offer yourself, sacrifice yourself to make balance. You have to also stand your ground and be fixed. This is the fixed energies. Finish an era, walk through these gates into a new life for you. Now everything moved out of your sign into Scorpio. So we are in your second house. The new year has really begun for you, even though Venus will come back. Let me turn the camera. Will retrograde into your sign. Well, she will come home, so you will have a sense again of picking up something she didn't get here when she was here the first time. She's coming back to make sure that you understand that it's all about you, who you are, daring to be you, daring to show your face in the world and demonstrate that you also have something to say, and you don't always have to be the one who keeps the harmony. The harmony will also be received sometimes by you standing your ground, being firm about what it is that you really want, self-assertive. In your, maybe Uranus here in the opposition to Venus is gonna actually open up a door for new investments, new shared resources, new ways of connecting on the deepest level with people here in your 8th house of Taurus, and again romantically up here with the South Node, where something needs to be. Oh shit! Now it's raining. Be changed and altered. Let me get my books underneath the chair so they won't get wet. I'm sorry for that. Cursing. My excuse is that I'm an Aries. With Libra rising. Yes, I am Libra rising, 29.9 degrees. So yeah, I'm getting slammed here with all of this. Just as you guys. But we are forced to change now. It's a time for us to change, and we can do it. And of course, the most important thing, don't follow trends, follow your heart. Now we're gonna move on with the deeper section of this week. Thank you so much for watching, if this was it for you. Oh yeah, and just a little reminder. Remember, for everyone, doubt can ruin anything good. Doubt is a killer of trust, faith, love. It's closing the heart. So if you doubt someone, if you doubt their intentions, if you doubt who they are, if you doubt, you have to know that maybe there's a reason for your doubt, but you also have to know that you destroy something between you and the other person whenever you choose the road of doubt. So sometimes if we doubt too much, sometimes it's maybe better to let go. If we're not able to actually just put trust, because trust is love. Doubt is about, I mean, maybe not the opposite, but close to. That is why whenever we doubt and doubt and doubt, we have to know that we send other people that we doubt really negative energy. And they feel it, because there's no such thing as, oh, I don't feel it. I mean, I didn't say it. Well, it doesn't matter if you said it or not. If you doubt, you send the people you doubt really negative energy, and it's hitting back on you as well. So remember, next time you doubt, that has nothing to do with spirituality. You're not trusting the process. You don't have faith in the process. Is also the universe, God, creator, whatever you want to call this thing that we can connect to when our hearts are totally open. This thing that you might have tried in meditations, in a silent moment where you feel you're at one with everything. You shut off from that whenever you doubt. Faith and trust is the way to go. Welcome to the second part of this program. For the ones that wants to go deeper, further down the rabbit hole with me. If you're on this channel, or if you're new to this channel, you will now be aware that my job here is to reach spiritual goals of enlightenment. Is to help myself and others alter our level of consciousness, to clear, clean and purge old karma, old samskaras, you can look that up, samskaras, impressions, so that we can move forward without the change from our past and from the past of our parents. In our horoscope, we can always see, when I do a personal reading, how you inherited your parents, your fathers and your mothers, or the substitutes for a father or a mother's garbage, prisons, all of the unresolved karma that they came with is now your responsibility unless they have cleared it. That's why our horoscope is a key to unlocking our fullest potential, to see where the downfalls are and how we can purge them and let go of them and move on. Every time we are in Scorpio season, which is once a year for 1 month, we have the chance, all of us, to really go in and clear the deepest, darkest storages of us, of our beings here as souls in human bodies. This means that these are not that easy times. You will see that other people will trigger your worst fears and your worst the things that puts the most pressure upon you. Spirituality is when all faculties come into balance in our system. So we are seeking a balance, we are seeking a harmony. But in order to restore this balance that we naturally have as we come in here, pure as little babies, we need patience. We need tolerance with others. And we need trust. Have faith in the process. We need to develop acceptance and humbleness. And then we need to be able to learn how to listen to other people, not only with our minds, but with our hearts, our feelings and our souls. And remember that we are all adopted into the same family here on earth. So it doesn't take you far to just judge whoever's doing something to you. This is a part of your family. They are a part of you in Lakesh. So I'm going on a retreat on the 27th until the 4th of October. of November, 27th of October until the 3rd or the 4th of November. The 4th I'm out. And this is the retreat I told you about earlier. I will be for 1 week facing only me. In a room where there's no books, no internet, no television, and where this is the only thing that ever goes on here. In a retreat department center where no one will come and talk to me, no one will come with food. I have food for a week, and I will not be in contact with the world. This is one way of really purging old stuff and going into really finding the core beneath all the noises and disturbances from our daily lives. I will make a video after that and you will see the effects to see if it's something that might benefit you one day. The following Monday I will have a knee operation where they will open up my knee. So first I'm cleaning my spiritual body, my astral body, my soul, my psychological sides, and then they will afterwards go into my knee. First the left knee, they will open and operate my menisc and remove things that are stuck in there. So the physical is connected to the psychological elements. So if you have something going on physically, you have to know that they are connected to some psychological things. So it's always a good idea to open up to all layers if you want to heal and cure. My mission is to help people do just that, as I consider all of us to be family. I do this for free every week. We all have a spiritual mission, and it's time to make a choice. You can either repeat an old pattern, or you can find a new way to choose love and to love others and let your ego die. In Scorpio, things die and reborn again, rebirth again. We are in spiritual times where these spiritual matters win over the 3D desires and hungers. So we have to find our way out of this supermental era and back to our inner voices so that we can hear our yin side, our feminine side speak, because it knows much more than the mental. So in Scorpio we go towards the real thing. But there are traps along the way. Desires. It can also be sexual, of course. And the Saturn and Pluto conjunction is getting closer. Saturn is teaching us about responsibility, to take responsibility for our lives. North Node in Leo this week, it wants happiness in its own way. Saturn will go into a trine with Neptune soon enough, not now. It's the first time in a long time. And we are moving towards this. Any astrological aspect is often just showing what has been along the way for a long time, and when it's reaching the surface, what's been brewing. So what's brewing right now is this: when they come together, it's about higher spiritual purpose, true ascension to God, purity, and not to get caught up in subconscious patterns. So we need to find the ultimate spiritual mission of ours. The choices you make now are crucial. They are crucial. So this week, Venus is in opposition to Uranus, as I talked about. And they are in their opposite moods, so to speak, or let me put it another way. Venus is the ruler of Taurus, where Uranus is, and Venus is not in harmony in Scorpio. She's in exaltation there. And Uranus is in its fall in Taurus. It doesn't like Taurus. So Uranus moving to a higher place is what it wants. But as it's in its fall, because Taurus wants to hold on to things and Uranus wants to let go of tension, of anything not serving us. So Venus in Scorpio is our true desires. And Uranus in Venus's sign is opening up for a higher spiritual, more harmonized desires. If we dare, do you dare? So there's something that we used to value highly that aren't right anymore. And we have to adjust ourselves and open our minds to let this thing go now. This is what we need to learn. And you have to find out what it is in your life. Venus is crossing over the limit between two worlds because she's retrograding into Libra. She's doing this week on the 31st. And she's doing that with the sun in Scorpio. And the sun in Scorpio is true rawness, authenticity. This is who I am, we show the world. We are not afraid of being ugly, and we are not afraid of our downsides. And how can I build this new life based upon higher values is what Uranus is asking Taurus, because Taurus is our values. And Uranus wants higher ascension, spiritual ascension. With Uranus here, it's weird and radical ways of trying to figure this out is going to come up. And Uranus is going to hold your hand for a short time only. Taurus wants to have someone hold it for a longer time and nurture, just like the moon, and a motherly figure. But Uranus is not like that. Uranus moves on because it's the ruler of Aquarius, where we have to help the whole world. So Uranus wants to tell us not to hold on to things for too long. And in Taurus, it's asking not only, will I get what I want, but also, is it sustainable for me? There are sexual energies in Scorpio, and they want us to have this instant gratification and now, fulfill our desires now. But we are at a destiny point of shifting, where we are looking for things to be released from the past so that we can go on a higher path. Things that came from our parents as well. We inherit things from our parents. Very important. As I told you in the beginning, when I see a horoscope, when I do personal readings, and I see different aspects, I can always see how the parents were putting influence upon the children. Of course, it varies, and I always look upon this in a dialogue, because we can have several figures as a fatherly figures. A brother can also be a grandparent. And we need to know that if our authority figures, did not come through and alter these things inside of them, then they need to alter, then we inherit them. And you have to look for these sides within you, so that whenever people are trying to tell you something, teach you something that you need to know here in life, it's not because they want to criticize you. They are actually trying to show you the way. So the people that criticize you, try to see if, even though that it hurts what they're saying, is there something within their words that could be true, and a hint of where to go next for you. There are things we hold on to in our outer lives that often come from these places that we inherited from our parents. Uranus is in semi-square to Neptune for a while, and it brings about these unconscious sides of ourselves up. And that is also a way to alter through Uranus, to solve the tension there. And it can bring about forgiveness to your parents, to forgiveness to the people around you. When you figure out that it all comes from you, the pressure is not from others, it's from you. Somehow, because you wouldn't feel the pressure from someone outside if it wasn't inside of you. So often people are just trying to show you the way. We have a lot of home aspects in November. Venus is going home on the 31st to Libra, her sign, We have Saturn in Capricorn, we have at home here. We have Jupiter in Sag on the 8th coming home. And we have Neptune in Pisces. So we are going home this week. We are on our way home. But we need to find our way home to our higher selves. That is home. Home is where the heart is. Home is inside of us. It's not outside. We have to pick and make the right choices along the way. It's our responsibility. It's your responsibility. Right. So try not to lose yourself into desires is what this week is trying to tell you. To escapism. We escape in so many ways. In Denmark, for example, we say, oh, it's normal to drink a bottle of wine every day. Yeah, but that's escapism. You're running away from yourself. If you smoke weed and get doped, take drugs, drink alcohol, eat just for pleasure for a long time, to escape, watch movies, escape into the world of a movie, escape into a world of a book. It's escapism, all of it. Escape into your work, escape. We have it all around us, but now is the time to alter, not tomorrow or in 3 weeks. So we are on our way home, but we need to do the home work to get there. Because we are on our way home to what we came here to do, your mission, your purpose, your life purpose. And if you're watching this right now and you're still on the channel, you are a light worker. And we are going home now. But responsibility to your body, soul, and other people is what is crucial now. In Lakesh, I am another you. Respect others. But before we can reach the city of lights, we have to face our shadows and look at reality. We have also got the sun squaring Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith is in Aquarius. She's who's called the bitch goddess, and she will also get some strong-willed, feisty things up. It's often the spokespeople for the disadvantaged, Black Moon Lilith, and she will speak about dark issues, and she will often be distasteful and distorting or disturbing to the public. And the square has so much tension that is compelled to action, and she wants to do something also here in society. You will be able to see this maybe in the news as well. And has something to do with processed rage at being exiled and rejected is what she has. These etchy qualities. It's often bringing about activists, also mesmerizing agitators and troublemakers. So that will take the law into their own hands and have their own type of sense of humor and principles. So just as tough on themselves they will be as they are on others. So they aim high and have an intuition and a great survival instinct. And this will aid anyone who follows this path this week in their leap of faith. But of course, I will never encourage you to take this road too long, because we have the South Node here, so this is not the way. So if you feel these tendencies, try to turn them down this week. Mars is also blowing to that fire, so try to calm them down, even though you want to pursue them. The Venus trining Neptune is increasing your sensitivity, and of course we are in a time where we also have this, as I said, the conjunction between Jupiter and Mercury. So it's enthusiasm, could be good news, optimism, a happy frame of mind, fortune, broad-mindedness, generosity, sociability. But it's in Scorpio, so it's more deep, maybe not that sociable, but it's all kinds of deals are favored here, even though it's in a darker spot. So it's also in a spot where investments are made in where you share other people's money with you in some way or the other. So you can make future plans and sign those kind of contracts. But since it's in trying to Chiron, you can also help others here, because Chiron is our wound. So you can help others with what you've been going through, so that you can be the guiding light and find the blessings in the mixed blessings, travel into the land of what hurts with someone, being Jupiter here, guiding you, a guiding light. Because only you can decide to become okay again. Mercury will talk about the hurt and understand it finally. Finally, there's something inside of you that you now have the chance to understand. Last but not least, I will just say that Neptune is in trine to Sirius, and has been for a little while, and for a little while longer. It's about higher morals and standards. It encourages hope and selflessly helping others, generosity, a community spirit, you might say. So it's also about maybe taking a spiritual quest to seek the truth and talk with gurus, psychics, priests, etc. Or others will come to you for enlightenment. So follow your dreams, your visions, and your meditations. And remember, last but not least, words are only so much. We are communicating much more from our heart, our bodies. Our dreams are talking to us. People are saying things without words. Try to listen to what they say with their hearts and what you say. And then try, once you talk to others, to see if you can stay in a peaceful space where you feel God, the universe, light, bright, peace shining through you while you talk to others. That is the greatest gift you can give anyone. And you will receive the same back. Somehow, someday. It's all worth it. Let's do this together as light workers. Let's open up and clear and clean so that we can move forward together. I hold the curtain while you walk through. And you will probably do the same for me. Thanks for watching this week. See you next week. A little later next week, because I'm on a silent retreat, and I will share my condition with you once I leave it. Follow your heart. Thank you.
There is this angel saying, I'm gonna find my way back home. The secret is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up. Try again, one day you will break through. What you long for will find you. Through all the hard times, I always seem to find the light in your eyes. We fall through.
Don't follow trends, follow your heart.